Saturday morning, it's our live stream. Today we have a couple things that we've been talking about. One thing is high value treats today. So on my side, I've got treats. So if you've been watching our live stream lately, I've had a couple problems with my Cane Corso and its recall. So we are going to work on that today, hopefully live. Haven't done it before, so we don't know how that's going to work out. That may be something easy, maybe something quick, maybe something effective, but not sure. But we're going to do it live. So the high dollar treats, high value treats is huge. Hopefully it is going to be huge. We've already started the morning off with a quick brisk 1 mile walk. So they're not they're not super energetic right now, which is okay, especially if I'm trying to teach a lesson. Um, when we're trying to do, um, we're actually actively trying to teach something or learn a skill, it's nice not to have extra energy. So I thought maybe give them a walk first, get a lot of that extra energy out. They still have a lot in them because I mean it was just a mile walk. It wasn't like a 2 miler with weights and all that good stuff. It wasn't like a true workout. So they still have energy, but they're just not as energetic right now. Now you see she's fixated on the neighbors, and that's the other thing. That's the reason why we're kind of doing this recall, because I'm trying to make sure that whenever the neighbors come out, when I call my dog, they'll come back when I need them to, right? So that's why he also has on his prong collar. I left that on him because we're going to take the prong collar and I'm going to attach it to this little long string here. It's one of the, like our training string that we've had when the Rottweilers are puppies. So it's fairly brand new. But the idea being we're going to use this to give him a little bit more freedom. And if he's not going to listen to me, then we can give him feedback through the longer leash. So far everybody's good. I mean, I actually called him a minute ago. He went to go greet the neighbors, and I called him like right up there, and he turned around and came back. So, and I was like, that's before I even did give him a treat, before I even started using this contraption here, or this extra long lead. But I'm going to use it today because I think if it works, I think it'd be a good thing for everybody who's struggling with recall with their big dog from a distance. I think um, I've talked a lot about recall. Boy, you were scratching today. You need to check out your medication. Um, but yeah, so recall has been a big issue with him. And now, mind you, he's still a puppy-ish. He's an adult dog he's almost 2, but he still has a lot of puppy in him. Like not like my Rottweiler, who's just like on it. You know what I'm saying? She's pretty good when it comes to recall. Did y'all see all that slobber? The only time she really is a problem when it comes to recall is if she's dead in the hunt. When her instincts are 100% and she's all in it. So, but as many people know that when you're watching my channel, I never have collars on my dogs. So, and you probably see in a minute when they start playing, she'll try to grab the collar. And so I never have collars on my dogs, when they're playing in the backyard. But today, since I'm trying to do the whole recall, I'm leaving the collar on him. And right now I don't have the long leash attached to him yet. But see how she goes for the neck? Okay, she goes for the neck and then she'll grab the collar and all that good stuff. Um, but we'll see. Oh, hey y'all better respect Missy now. Chill. So Missy is my alpha, by the way. She'll tell them to calm down, but usually they pay attention to her. But like I said, today I'm leaving his prong collar on because I'm going to attach the longer leash. Um, and if he gets out of hand, hey Richard, what's going on? Delicious dogs. They are wonderful dogs. They are, yes. So yeah, see, they still have energy even after that mile walk. They still have a lot of energy, you know. So she just crashed her body into him. She's kind of fighting for dominance. She's been alpha, little bitty alpha. Hey Cindy, what's going on? And so Storm has always been kind of the second in command. So when the Cane Corso showed up, there's this tension between. Yeah, thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. Says indeed, very wonderful dogs. Congrats. Excuse me. Thank you. So those two have kind of been trying to establish who's next in line, right? And so just a second ago, you just saw her try to do like a body check with him. But the thing about it is, my Cane Corso, he's getting bigger. I mean, this guy has grown so much since we had him. He's almost 2 years old, almost 130 pounds. So her body checks used to mean something, you know what I'm saying? When she rammed into him a second ago to give him that feedback, hey, I'm next in command, it doesn't work anymore like it used to. He's like a brick wall. So sometimes my Rottweiler is like a sore loser. Like when she knows that she's like outgunned or whatever, she's like, you know what, I give up, and she walks off. So every now and then, she'll just kind of like say, I'll hang it up. And my hope was that he was going to go ahead and take the second in command, and maybe she would, basically acquiesce and kind of chill. They're so cute. Thank you, Cindy. And but it seems to me that they're still kind of going at it. They're still trying to say who's next in line. And unfortunately, I don't think my Rottweiler is going to be able to. Now, she's pretty tough. Don't get me wrong. If you watch my channel, you'll know that my Rottweiler has I don't know what's the word. She's got guts. This girl is got a dominant personality, and she's always had a dominant. Even from a puppy, from a very little puppy, this girl has had real dominant, kind of characteristics to her. You don't realize how lucky you are, man. Thank you, Kara. Yeah, no, I mean, look, Kara, I really am very, very thankful for what I have. I'm very, very thankful for the dogs, thankful for where we live. They have places to run and exercise, so yeah, no, I am very, very appreciative. So Kara, I do, I remain very, very humbled and very, very thankful. And Samantha says, beautiful dogs. Thank you, Samantha. But she's tried her best to maintain her dominance with him. You know, his personality has been more of an even kill. Like I don't know if anyone on the chat has Cane Corsos, but my Cane Corso and a lot of Cane Corsos I've seen kind of have this even temperament. Especially if they come from a good line, and which mine did. Just have an even. They're not like, oh, I gotta be first. I gotta be first. Sometimes they're just like, look, I'm just first by my sheer size and just who I am. They're very confident sometimes. Now, he does get a little bit squeamish. I will say he's been through his puppy years where everything kind of freaks him out. I get some comments on my short videos, and you're a good man. I wish you a great life, and hello from Turkey. Wow, Kara from Turkey. Welcome to the. We are in the United States in Texas, but I appreciate your comments. And he just kind of has that even kind of kill personality. Now, he does get a little excited. I mean, he still has a lot of that puppy in him, so he'll run around. And Samantha says she had a master. So you probably understand what I'm saying, right? Where they just kind of have this presence about them, where they're like, look, I'm big and I know it, and I'm not too shaken by very many things. And look at him scratching. So if you just tuned in, he has on a prong collar right now because we're trying to work on a lesson today. We're working on recall. And so the thing with him, though, is that he's, okay, Samantha, you feel me, right? So the thing with him is I've been working on his recall because I feel like it's super important that if something were to pop off, some dog gets too close, a human gets too close, but we're not in any danger, and I recall him back, I want him to come when I ask him to. So I've noticed that, particularly when my neighbor brings out his dog, it's almost like a Pavlov's response for him, right? Pavlov's conditioning, where he hears that door open and he just runs over there immediately and starts barking. And I don't want that behavior. I don't mind that he knows that the neighbor comes out and acknowledges that the neighbors come out, but I don't want him to go and just now all of a sudden just every time the neighbor walks out, it's a constant bark. That could be annoying. So I recognize that, and I'm pretty sympathetic to because I want to live in harmony. I want to live in peace with my neighbors, and so I thought, hey, I got to get my recall better, so that when he does run over there, Black Lab Insanity, thank you so much, handsome pups. When he does run over there, I can call him back, and then he says, okay, chill. I said hello to the neighbors, and I'm coming back. So that's the behavior that I want. But unfortunately, he gets in his mind, okay, I am over here and dad is standing here. He can't really reach me, right? So that means that I can continue to run and I can continue to bark even while dad is saying, come here, come here, come here, Ray. He sees me. He's like, I'm already here, dad. you know, but the point is that I want him to come to me even though he's away. So today the goal was to try, and this is something new. I've never done it before, guys. So if anyone of you guys have done something like this, let me know and give me some pointers. But what I'm trying to do is, okay, I left his prong collar on him, and I have a longer leash here. So it's basically like a little rope over there. It's about, I don't know, 20 feet, 30 feet long. So, and I haven't put it on him yet. I'm just kind of waiting them out and kind of let them run around and do their thing. But what I want is whenever he starts to run off on me and I call him back, I want to give him negative feedback from a distance, giving him the impression that what dad says stands even though I'm farther away from him. You know what I mean? So I give him that negative feedback, and then when he comes back, I sandwich it with a positive. I got some treats in here. So I'm going to try to do a 1-2 punch, right? Negative because you've went farther away from me than I asked you to, and then when I called you back, you got that negative feedback from a distance of dad that I can't continue to keep going when my dad is saying come back. And then when you come back, I reward you, put that stamp, stamp that behavior with a positive behavior. Like, here, this is the reward you get for being uh, for being for all being obedient, right? So I'm trying to do that 1-2 punch thing. I've been talking about this for a while. Toto says, dog best not distracted. What do you mean? But I'm trying to do the 1-2 punch. The negative feedback saying, oop, I can't continue to run off while dad is calling me, and then reward whenever you come back to say, yes, that's the behavior. Juan is on. What's going on, Juan? So also, guys, let me know if my audio is working well and my video is working well. I've been trying my best to, come here, big boy. Let's go see where Storm is. I've been trying to utilize my routers on the outside of my house to see if I can get better signal when I'm back here because the dogs like to roam around. When Storm's out here, hey Brady, what's going on? Yeah, you are back. Um, I want to be able to show kind of whenever they come out here, farther out in the yard, without having disruptions with the connection. So let me know, guys, if the video quality starts to go down, I'll know, hey, I can't go this far out. What do you feed them? Dang. Brady, Brody Garcia says, what do you feed them? Man, I tell you, I feed them protein, protein. Even this little girl gets some protein. You get some protein, baby? Yeah, man. I am. Right now, they're on the kibble primarily. I do supplement their kibble to make sure they have other nutrients in their diet, but that's a whole another topic. Feeding these big old monsters. But yeah, so that's the goal today. That's why he has on the prong collar. So I don't advocate, you know, if you've been watching me long enough, you'll know that I try my best to tell everybody don't, if all possible, if you have more than one dog, try not to have the collars on them while they're in the backyard, unless you know your dogs are pretty good with collars. Look, he put his hand on her back. She adorable. Thank you, Samantha. Yeah, she's something else though. You see all that noise that she makes? That's all her. He's pretty quiet. When you listen, you don't hear nothing from him hardly, except just maybe his feet. But all this, that's all coming from her, from the Rottweiler. The barks, the growls, everything. That's all her. And little Missy's like waiting for them to get out of hand so she can jump in and cut out the So y'all cut the mess out. But yeah. So the prong collar though, I was wondering, see how she goes for the neck every time? That's I don't know if that's just a Rottweiler thing or if that's just my female Rottweiler. She's always going for the neck. The prong collar, I'm hoping that it's kind of more like too prickly for her to try to latch onto. So it seems like she's avoiding that right now, which I'm happy about. I'm really not interested in her getting tangled into his prong collar. Just Dreaming says, I love how expressive and vocal Rotties are. Yeah, they're like all sound, right? And then Rowdy Garcia says, how old are they? She's almost 4 and he's almost 2. It's their thing. Okay, yeah. I try to stop her from biting because and sometimes when she bites, she's not putting down her whole force on his face, and their facial expressions say a lot. They do. She's not pulling like grabbing, like latching on and then just like staying there. She's just kind of biting and kind of like doing this and then letting go. But every now and then she tries to take it a little bit further than I want her to. So you'll see me every now and then kind of jump in and snap at them, try to get them to stop. Because I don't want her to draw blood and I don't want, see how she bites at it but lets go? If she just does that, I'm okay. And he does the same thing. He just kind of bites and let go and not really sinking their teeth deep in there. You know, look at that face. So yeah, she's avoiding the collar, which is good. Nipping and then letting go, nipping then letting go. That's okay. Nipping then letting go. All right, I'm happy. Missy's not happy about it. Samantha says it's a defense mechanism. Oh, sorry, it's a defensive offense. I'm sorry, defensive offense. So now you saw him just push his weight on her, like, hey, I'm a big dog. So, she's just not willing to concede. You know what I'm saying? She's like, he's kind of saying, look, I'm bigger, and she's just kind of like doing the Roddy thing, right? Like, I don't care how big you are, I'm bad. Michael Jackson, doom, 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 doom. I'm bad. Yeah, Samantha, they are definitely playing. I had a comment recently, guys, on one of my older videos where I filmed clips of them fighting or playing, whatever. Again, I was doing it for more like the shock value, because what you just saw, if you haven't been watching my stream and you just jumped on right where they were in the heat of that little thing, you would think that I'm filming a dog fight, right? And so that's what's happened on one or two of my videos where there's people just absolutely going nuts. And I'm like, listen, you guys. And so my response to them has always been this: I need you to come to my live stream. Let's go check on the Connie Corso. Come to my live stream. Let's voice your concerns. Hey, this is America. Well, actually, this is a global thing, right? Come on, let's talk about it because maybe you're misinterpreting what you're saying. Um, And that's okay as long as you come on and find out what's really going on. You always know if they aren't playing. Yeah, exactly, Samantha. Some of the cues that you look for is one is I listen for the tone. Sometimes their tone actually changes. The number two thing is what happens to their back. Everybody knows the answer to this question. What happens on their back whenever they start getting really into it? What happens to their fur? Their hackles come up, right? So every now and then, the hackles will be up and they're still kind of like playing, but they're just getting a little more serious though. But yeah, I look for warning signs. For him, he's usually pretty good. He really never kind of gets out of character. She's the one that's kind of more emotional, and I have to step in with her because I just really feel like sometimes she's like so frustrated with the loss of her position that she's willing to do the most, like take it seriously. So I'm always kind of on the lookout for her. XX the tree says, "Oh, cute dog. Thank you. Appreciate you." Hair pops up exactly, Samantha. So that's what the hackles mean, right? This part of his back, the hair right here in the center of this tuft of hair comes up, a tuft of hair back here. He thinks I'm rubbing him. He's like, yo, keep going. That rises up on their back. And so that's a good indication that it went from play to something else. So, yeah, I guess this 1 mile walk was more tiresome than I thought. I thought they'd be more active, but it's okay. We're having a good day. Um, I still want to try the longer leash. I haven't done it yet because I just, right now we're just getting started and they're kind of chilling out. But the goal is to start working on that. I want to start using my treats, to get that interest in me. The other thing I've noticed, guys, is that when you tell your dog, and particularly my dog, I've noticed. Samantha says females are more aggressive at times. Yeah, I've kind of come to that belief because all the male dogs that I've had, they seem to be a lot more chill, and the females tend to want to be more like I'm in charge, and you're not going to come before me kind of thing. But I've noticed, guys. Let me go back to the Rottweiler. But I've noticed that when I'm talking to my dogs and I'm trying to get their attention, or I'm trying to get them to sit or whatever, if they're not eyes on me kind of thing, they're really not paying attention. And I don't, that's not, to me, that's not truly, that's okay that you set, but your eyes need to be looking at me so that you get directions. And I've noticed that, my Rottweiler is a little more trained than he is, but I have to always, like here, I'll tell him, sit, Rain, sit. Okay, he's not directly looking at, okay, now he's looking at me, eye contact. That's what I want, right? And then give him a reward. Good job, buddy. Good job. But sometimes he'll sit and his eyes will be way over there looking out somewhere else. And I'm like, dude, you're not focused on me. That is not. So I wait till I get that eye contact first and then I try to reward that behavior. So, and that's what I want. I want him, whenever I say, come on, big boy, when I want him to sit or whatever, eyes on me. Get, that attention. He needs to be, so forget about whatever's distracting you. Forget about the other dog that's walking by. Forget about the person that's, exercising. I need you to focus on me. And so, you know, and that keeps them from saying, you know what, forget you, Pops. I'm doing what I want to do. So yeah, Samantha, some people ask me which one are easier to train, and I really never know the answer to that question because I feel like, he's not bad. It's just he's younger, number one, and I've worked with her um, longer. And you know how it is. I don't know if you guys are parents out here, but your first child, you're like, everything needs to be right. This child is going to be the best kid. I'm going to raise them right. The second one, you're like, oh, I'm going to raise them right, but I'm kind of not as thorough as I was with the first kid. The next child, you're like, yeah, you know what? They can figure it out on their own. I kind of feel like that's what we did with him. We were really, really all about, discipline, and we were really about taking directions for her and Missy too. And but when he comes along, we're like, okay, we'll train him, but maybe not so much. We're busy. Maybe she'll train him. And you have 4 boys, so you know what I'm talking about, right, Samantha? Um, so maybe we kind of dropped the ball a little bit by not being as exhaustive with our training with him. But there still needs to be a certain level of training that has to be had by every dog in order to have a safe house, right? Like you just cannot have your dog running your house. You know, something a big dog like this has the capacity to cause harm to anybody in the family. So if there is no self-control, if there's no amount of behavior training, there's not a structure where you are the alpha, they are beneath you in a sense. Not saying you're subjugating your dog. I'm just saying letting them give them the impression that you come first over them. If you don't have established that in your household, you could be in a world of hurt. So so there has to be some sort of training. Casper the No One says the daughter died. She was a Doberman fly high girl. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Casper. We always talk about um, dogs, that people have that lost their dogs. Let's go find a toy. Come on, y'all. They're just chilling out on the channel. And so we've had a lot of people come on and, in serious pain, grieving, 'cause, losing a dog is like losing a child, guys. So that is not something to take lightly. So my condolence to you and your family. Chloe says, Chloe Santiago says names. This is Rain, the Cane Corso, and this is Storm, my Rottweiler, and Missy's on an adventure somewhere back there. She's a little bitty dog back there. Um, Casper brought autocorrect. Oh, did we miss something, Casper? Samantha says my 22-year-old has a pit bull. Oh, you got a fully grown child. I do too. Um, my old, I think that's yeah. Oh, Chloe, I got you. I got you the names right. Cool. Casper, the no one says, oh, he is a Cane Corso. Yes, this little guy over here that's waddling around in his outside bed is a Cane Corso. He's right next to the toy graveyard. Oh, here's Missy, and here's my little one, Missy. Samantha Serena says yes. You referring to the oldest? You have an older, fully grown child. Browdy says, oh, Samantha, you have a 29-year-old, 22, 19, and a 12. Okay, you've got the whole spectrum there. You got me beat, Samantha. I yeah, my youngest is still in high school. My oldest is active duty military. So yeah, we only have two. And Brody says I have a big dog, but I let him tackle me as a kid. But now he's 60 pounds. How do I make him stop? Yeah, that's the thing. They get used to certain behaviors, and you just have to kind of work with him to let him know that's not the behavior you want. And so when he stops, you reward him. So if he you have to be stern with him too. It's like give him a stop command. You might have to put your hand out in front of him. Whatever gets him to stop. And then once he stops, you reward that behavior. So it just takes time. You'll get it. You just got to work with them. Chloe says I have 4 dogs. I have 3 English bulldogs and 1 husky. Ooh, you also got a house full. Bend your knees, everybody. Bend your knees when you got big dogs. Bend your knees because they will crash into you and take out your knees. um, Casagilio Top says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know that language." Oh, Missy's trying to correct him. She's saying, "Stop being so loud." Did y'all hear that? Five vede a tua fidelia. I don't know what that means. Can you translate that in English for me, Casagilia? Samantha says, "Love our military. Salute to your dog." My son, yes, thank you so much, Samantha. Yeah, he's the one that's active duty, and I am too, by the way. So which is kind of cool. I get to serve with my son. Yes, which doesn't happen all the time. Most people retire before their kids join, so pretty fortunate to serve with my son. What's the matter? There must be some bugs out here. They're really struggling with this scratching business. Yeah, can you translate that for me, Casagilia? I speak English, and I can do a little bit of Spanish because I'm in Texas and I grew up around Spanish speakers. So I can do Spanish, but this is not Spanish or English. Oh, Samantha, so yeah, you're about that military life. Blazer Warrior, can you make me mod? Blazing Warrior, I don't do mods, man. I don't do mods. With the, yeah, I mean, plus I don't know who you are, Blazer Warrior. And sometimes people will be asked, asked to be mods and they'll do some weird stuff. So I don't do that. And plus, I like reading most of the comments, even if they're kind of a little bit off topic. I like making that decision. Well, Blazer Warrior, you can work your way up, man. Work your way up. Yeah, they I hear you, Blazer Warrior, but I don't know you. Arya, Arya, hi, how are you? Okay, you have a chance to prove yourself, Blazing Warrior. So there's my Cadi Corso in the distance over there. I'm not entirely sure. Good. Well, awesome. Good to see you. Oh, that's why he went away. He had to go do number two, which I appreciate, y'all. My Cane Corso tends to go away from the house. That is such a blessing because his poops are so stinky. So stinky. So I really appreciate it. Now, Storm, on the other hand, sometimes she'll come right here where we have to walk going into the house. And I'm like, girl, why? And then occasionally she'll go up there too, which I appreciate when they get away from the house because I don't really have to, out here in the country, really have to pick it up. I just kind of let it go into the soil. So, I appreciate that. But when it's too close to the house, I don't want people stepping in their poops and stuff. Derby edits. Finally, there's no mod here. Finally, there's no mod here. No, no, no. Yeah. Oh, why? Was there some issues in the past, Derby edits? Did you have problems? He's like, I'm free. I did my business. That's so. If that's the truth, Derby, that's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit hesitant. I know people enjoy the experience of having the power to shut people down and erase comments, but you know, I'm really, really hesitant. Ooh, good gracious! He got grass all in his collar from that little. I may take that prong collar off of him because if I certainly don't want him to get hurt, but with it on him. Sometimes she gets all super active whenever he's like doing his runs, and when he gets the zoomies, then she uses it as an opportunity to put him down like that. So Chloe asked if my dogs can swim. Yes, she is the main swimmer. The Rottweiler. She is very much. She is a. Look at her hackles. She got her hackles up now. Yeah, she is definitely about this crowd control business. But yeah, my Rottweiler is a swimmer, and the Cane Corso, he can swim, but he's not really, um, he's not really like he doesn't love to do it, and he'll get to the ledge. Like if I jump in the pool, if I invite him in, he'll come to the ledge and just chill. But this girl here, she will take over my pool. Samantha says my dad was a Green Beret Marine. 6 of my cousins are Army. My little brother is Navy, and 4 of uncles are Army as well. Wow, so you're Army Navy family. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. So we're an Air Force family. And Lexi Williamson says, "How old are you?" I'm assuming you're talking about my dogs. She's almost 4, and then he's almost 2, and then little girl over there is 13. She's the old soul. Derby says, "Yo, Blazing Warrior, I thought you were a mod. You're really kind. You know that." Oh, so I mean, Derby is like Derby's vouching for you, Blazing Warrior. Samantha says, "Aw, thank you." Lexi Williams says, "I am talking about you, not the dogs." Okay, Lexi. Well, Lexi, I'm old enough to have a full-grown child. How's that? I'm in my 40s. Let me see. I'm gonna show you my face, so don't turn away. Don't un don't click away. But I'm gonna show you what I look like at 40 years old. Hold on, let me. Oh, I don't have my sunglasses. All right, that's what a 40-year-old looks like. Someone says my 29 went into the Air Force. Oh, that's interesting. So what made your 29-year-old go into to a different branch where the family's more Army? Thank you, Lexi. That is the highest compliment that I've received all day. Paws of the Forest is back. What's going on, Paws? Samantha says hello. Chloe Santiago, you don't look 40, more like 34. Oh, thank you so much, Chloe. Y'all are making me feel good on this stream. I thought this was about my dogs, but it's turned out to be a. Uh, oh, he loves planes. That's cool. It turned out to be a wonderful thing for me. Hey guys, you wanna play? Let's go find a toy. Come here. Look at that run. You can't. How can you not love that face when they're running like that? Oh man, guys, I really was gonna do that. See what are we gonna play with? This is one of their newer toys. You want to try this? You want to play with this? Wait, you want this? I'm gonna throw it. No, I do appreciate y'all for saying that. Lexi, how old are you? Let me guess. Here, I bet I can. I bet I can find out. What's through another way? What's your favorite, Lexi? What's your favorite artist? Like, who do you listen to the most? See if I can get. I'll see if I can guess it, get it close just by knowing about what your cultural interests are. But I do appreciate you, Samantha, for saying I look younger. And the pauses, I love them. Cool, awesome pause. Rowdy, bye. I got to have a night. Hey, thank you for subbing. Thanks for hanging out with us, Rowdy. It's been nice talking with you. Hey, boy, do you want some water from the faucet? He's like, I gotta have it from the faucet. There you go, buddy. Get it straight from the faucet. Maybe it's kind of old. Here, let me pour this one out just in case it got old. Morgan Wallen. Oh, I'm a Morgan Wallen fan too, by the way, Lexi. Well, that didn't really help. Okay, because Morgan Wallen's music is very, very contemporary. Like I love country. Don't get me wrong. I really love country. And Morgan Wallen is just such a great artist. So, but it still doesn't quite narrow it down because you could be you could be my generation. You could be younger because he's just he's such a good artist, you know, and his music is really contemporary and it's country. So there's a big span there. Is all I'm trying to say, Lexi. So I got to find out something else. Who's your favorite idol? I guess like who do you idol like your favorite actress or actor? Aaliyah's back. What's going on, Aaliyah? German, the mighty man. I'm black. I love Modest Mouse. Mighty, you mean Mighty Mouse? I'm good, Aaliyah. Good to see you back. Samantha says me too. Ooh, I missed it. I was a little bit behind, Samantha. What do you mean by me too? Lexi says I do like Kid G. He's a singer. Awesome. I'm glad you're good today, Aaliyah. I don't know Kid G, Lexi. How are the dogs? They're good. They had a little walk this morning. And Aaliyah, I don't know if you remember me talking about trying to do work on recall today. And so I left his prong collar on. Now it's full of grass. Look at that. He got grass in it from running around with Storm. But I got the prong collar and I got the long lead. And my goal was to go ahead and use the lead for recall purposes whenever he runs off. So Samantha says, "I love country." Really, who's your favorite artist, Samantha? Because listen, I've been on this. Luke, is it Luke Combs or Luke Bryan? I think it's Luke Combs. I got a song that it's called Dive. For some reason, that is on repeat. Let me know if you know that song, Dive. You're 17 and be 18 tomorrow. Okay. Sorry, I was gonna ask you some more questions, Lexi, but you go ahead and you gave me the answer. Yeah, I love country, especially for karaoke, guys. Like if you're into karaoke, if you're not listening to country or singing country, you're missing out, y'all. That's where all the good karaoke is. It's Luke Combs. Okay, so you know that song. Okay, doesn't that song just like right when he gets to the part where he just like, don't call me baby unless you mean it. Oh man, that just does something for me. Uh, anyways, sorry guys for offending your ears. But yeah, I even like some stuff like oh, I'm drawing a blank. Nate Turner, is it Nate Turner? Some of the old stuff he does. No, no, no. I like Garth Brooks's. Yeah, that's some classic stuff, right? That's back in the day. Have you ever ridden a horse? I have. So my family is from East Texas, and my family, like back in the day, and so we're kind of cowboys, this kind of people, you know. And the younger generations kind of step away from it, so we still kind of dress country at formal occasions. I don't as much anymore, but my family kind of do. So like if we have a family event that's formal, a wedding, whatever. So most of my family you'll see in Western attire. So yeah. And so, anyways, and we had horses like around. I didn't ride them very often, but we did have them. But that was when I was a little kid. Oh, Samantha, you're in Arizona. Awesome. So, Aaliyah, I do like rap, by the way. So, I posted a video recently of Snoop Dogg, one of Snoop Dogg's song with Storm and Rain, sorry, Rain and Storm. And so, Aaliyah, so if you hadn't seen it yet, go check it out. It's funny. I have them dancing to What's My Name? Snoop Doggy. I don't know. I thought it was so funny when I made that video. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Yeah, Chloe. So I can do both, and it's so funny. So a lot of the country artists, like the more contemporary artists now, they're like incorporating a lot of rap and or even artists that kind of or rap artists into their music to try to, I guess, appeal to a broader audience. And some people don't like that. Some people don't really. They want country to be pure, like the old school Garth Brooks type stuff. And then others are like, look, let's modernize it. Let's add the the 808s onto a country, song. Like I like Florida Georgia Line. They're like one of my favorites. Dan plus Shay. Oh man, whew. Oh man, they've got some songs out there. Just I like that stuff. Yeah, thanks, Celia, for watching. Let me know what you think if you like that. I have two versions of it where they're kind of doing different dance moves. And they said, "Do you know Bailey Zimmerman?" Ooh, I don't know who that is. Yeah, Samantha, you're like me, right? I listen to everything. I now don't get me wrong. I grew up in the '90s now, so I know my R&B '90s artists. So every time I say the word Aaliyah, I think of you know what I think of, right? Uh, Boy, I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky. You know what I'm talking about. Goofy Evil Prince says, "Dogpool, you're so big." Dogpool or Deadpool? I don't know. Music is good for your soul. Samantha, I couldn't say it better. So Samantha, I don't try. I'm not trying to be too prideful here, but I am a musician as well. And so a couple of my shorts are actually me behind the keys writing the song. Very, I don't do like long songs with lyrics and stuff like that, but I've written a couple like songs, like fragments of songs that I've put the dogs in. You met her? Wow. Okay, I will. I'll listen to Bailey Zimmerman. Is that a country artist, Aaliyah? Back, back, back and forth. Oh, Samantha, we could rock. We could rock. We could rock. Uh, okay, well, I definitely will. Let me screenshot that just so I can remember it. I try to go back and review my comments because sometimes I miss a lot of comments while I'm being silly or goofing off, whatever. But I want to check them out. Do you know the country song "Pink Skies"? I made a noise and they looked like, "Ooh, what?" No, I don't know that one. I gotta listen to that one. So that's going on my playlist. Pink Skies. Do you know Juice World? Yes, I know Juice World. If I'm mistaken, Juice World, did he not die? He died, right? Bailey is a good singer. Okay, well apparently I'm missing out. It's on the playlist. It's on the playlist. As soon as I get off, I'm probably gonna pop on my YouTube music and do some yard work. So I'll be on it. He did. I thought so. Yeah, I don't know what's up with these rappers, Aaliyah. They get all this money and then they do some of the same stupid things that I mean, like think about it, like Migos. What was it? Who was it? Me on the Migos that was who got shot in a card fight? Yes, XXXTentacion, however you say his name, XXXTentacion. Yeah, I mean same thing with him. I mean died way too young, right? Um, was it no Offset is not it's not Offset. Um, Offset, Quavo, and what's the third one? Anyway, the point is he died at a card game. I mean, they're sitting around playing cards and they're shooting each other. You guys are wealthy. There are people out here starving. No, 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 no. Oh wait, you talking about XXXTentacion or are you talking about the Migos artist? Oh, really? Samantha, you mod on TikTok on for a couple of DJs. Ooh, so you know all these songs then, for real, for real. Yeah, Chloe, because I mean, you know me, like moderate, like you moderating my YouTube channel, like you're not moderating like comments and things. You're talking about moderate in terms of. Wait, what do you mean, Samantha, by moderate? That's a good question, Chloe. That's a good question. Aaliyah, I'm talking about Juice World. Oh, he overdosed. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's a sad thing, Aaliyah. When it comes to these artists, man, they just like I don't know how to explain it. I really think what happens is that when you start getting everything you ever wanted, you know, it's fantastic the first like day or two, week or two, month or two, year or two. And I think after a while, it's like, okay, well, I've got the cars, I've got the chains, I've got the grills, I've got the house, I've got the attention, I've got everything. What else can I get to make me happy again, you know? And I think the easy, quick, to give yourself some dopamine rush is try some drugs. So when you're not performing and you don't have all the crowd screaming your name and you have all these positive reinforcements, you have to look for other ways to get your dopamine going, you know what I'm saying? And I think people just turn to drugs and some people can handle it better than others. And then other people get, they get so addicted and they just overdose. Elias Ascension died by getting shot. Okay, yeah. And the other thing is continuing stupid habits, right? When you're worth several $1 million, why are you around people? Now, I get people like, they're like, well, why do you leave out the hood? The moment you get rich, you leave the hood. So I don't know if y'all have heard that before. Especially in the black community, they're like, the moment you get successful, you leave our community. And it's like, well, it's not so much that you leave in the community. What you're saying is that, hey, these were some tough areas that I lived in. And the moment that you have something, people are people no matter where they are. And if you have more than what they got and they're in need, there is no boundaries that people have to your stuff. So the easiest thing to do is like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go where people are similar to what I have so they don't want my stuff. So, okay, so it is a true moderation thing. Okay. Do you know Little Loaded? Now that, I don't know Little Loaded. You make, you just make sure people are being respectful. Yeah, okay. Hey, you're back one. But yeah, I just feel like, so it is like a regular moderator. Um, Hello, Lion. How's it going? We are off topic right now. We're not talking about the dogs. We're talking about rappers and hey. Oh, I should have had the collar on. Come here. See, that's what I should have. Okay, I should have had that. I should have had his leash on him. This is what I was talking about, guys. Let me see if I can get him to stop. Come here, Storm. Back over here. Back over. Rain. Rain. Come here. So now that it's over, he'll come here. But so yeah, that was my opportunity, guys. I should have had it on him right then to stop him. So let me see if I can do it now. Jeez, I missed my moment, y'all. Got to start talking about rap artists and miss what I was trying to do. Okay, let's see if I can do it now. Let's put this on you. So I'm just gonna put this on his prong collar. If I can do it with one hand. Okay, so I got it on now, and now he's got a little bit of, he's got some rope on him, but I want to give him the impression. Oh, I got slobbered on. I'm gonna give him the impression that he can go further, and then the moment that he realized that I call him and he hadn't came, and that rope snaps, he's gonna get that negative feedback, and when he gets here, I'm gonna give him A little treat. Okay, sorry, let me get back to the comments. Sorry, guys. I should have been ready for that. I trusted and I got off topic and lost it. It'll come back again. As long as this doesn't get tangled up. Okay. Well, okay. Lion was that saying? What was it? Oh, so Lion, let me give you get you up to speed on what's going on here. Um, the issue is that he every time the neighbor comes out, they get this Pavlov's response that they have to go and oh, let me get him around this tree, guys, because don't want to get him stuck. But they have to go and bark and cause all the commotion, and the neighbors don't like it. I'm not necessarily a fan. I don't mind the running, but the barking and stuff is just too much. And I'm not trying to wake everybody up on a Saturday morning. So, but what I want is, and actually Storm didn't do a great job on recalling either, but usually Storm is much better with when it comes to them running over there. I can call him back, but he's not. He'll get a certain distance away from me and get the impression that there's nothing that I can do to recall him. So I'm trying to use this long line to give him the impression that he can go farther away from me. And then at the moment that he's like, oh, I'm home free, he's going to feel that negative, like, oh, no, I can't go. You know what I'm saying? So I just lost my opportunity to have that happen, unfortunately. It was a perfect time too when the dogs, and that's what I want. I want right when that noise, when the door opens and the dogs run out and they think that, oh, it's playtime. Oh, I want to be right there to say, no, it's not. It's playtime whenever it's playtime. And right now it's not playtime. Chloe says my dog bites feet. Oh no. Samantha says he will know not to do that. Exactly, that's the whole point. I want him to not have that response. It's okay for him to stay here and acknowledge and say, oh, the neighbors are out. Let me ask, sorry if I'm not typing, I'm just watching you. Oh, no worries, Lion, it's okay. It's we just kind of roll with it. It's kind of an interactive thing, which is why I like live streams. My coworker has a very successful channel, Ozzy the Connie Corso, and I'm sure there may be some people on right now that know that her channel super successful, 100,000 subscribers, and she has 4 or 5 Connie Corsos, but she rarely to never does live streams, and she gets so much more success out of her videos. She just talks to the camera and talks about the dogs and everything, and and just answers the comments, that she wants to answer. But she's way more successful, and she's been trying to tell me to do that, which I think I will. I'll try, but I actually enjoy talking to people. I enjoy talking to people from around the world. I like seeing faces that I like. Appraise is here, for instance. I hadn't seen Appraise in maybe a week or so, but I like seeing people that are. I'm not actually seeing you guys, but you know what I mean. See your name pop up that I know you. It's kind of meaningful to me. It's like talking to friends. Yeah, and Samantha is like, it was like it's like I value our conversation. We just had a really, we bonded on like age-related stuff and children. It's I don't know. I like the live streams, and I don't, like I said, I don't get as much credit for it as people that upload videos and they just get the views from the video. But it's just you don't get that connection, and I actually, that's what I like about the live streams is talking to people. you know. And I have there's like kids on here, there's adults, there's old people. I have all, that's why, if you notice, I don't use any profanity. I try my best to, and people like do comments and I'm like, y'all please be careful because there are little kids on here. And so I don't like for people to use OBG. Good morning. What's going on? Missy is around here somewhere. She's way over there in the distance by the pool. OBG, she's out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to chat and get to know people. Yeah, Samantha, it's like, it's more fun to me. So you don't make as much off of it. It doesn't count as much because all the views that I get from the live stream don't actually count towards what they use for like monetization, all that stuff. But who cares? I enjoy the dogs. I enjoy talking to people about my dogs. I enjoy the on the spot conversations, and I enjoy even the side conversations that people have. Like earlier, we were talking about rap music and country music. But yeah, I love it. Lion FF says my 2 American bullies are not trained, and I always keep treats in my pocket. And day by day, I am just outing the treat smell and train them. They're overprotective. That's the thing. A little bit, Lion. You can get the behavior you want. It just takes time. And so that's what this is right here. This is my treat bag. So negative reinforcement is going to be the prong collars with the long leash, and the positive reinforcement is going to come from the treats inside here. So I'm ready. I'm ready for both. So the moment on the next one, hopefully it happens soon before the end of this live stream, when they come out and that door pops open and he takes off running, and I'm going to call him. I'm going to say, "Come here, Rain," and he's going to continue to move. Then he's going to feel that negative on that collar. Then when he comes back, he's going to get that positive reinforcement. So double punch. And Samantha agrees with me. Aaliyah says, "Do you know Eminem?" Of course I know Eminem. I grew up in the 90s, 80s and 90s. Oh yeah, for sure. Marshall Matt Marshall Mathers. Is that how you say his last name? Marshall Mathers? Slim Shady? Appraised. Listen, you guys, I'm the OG. If there was a role that said priority, I would have it. Appraised has been on for a while. So it is good to have him. I'm correct by saying him, correct? It's good to have him on. OBG says hi. She's enjoying some pool time. Exactly, OBG. Samantha says it's relaxing and chill vibe. Thanks, Samantha. I try to keep it chill. OBG knows that. She knows that I try to keep things kind of chill. Lion says exactly. Aaliyah, do you like Rap God? I don't know Rap God. So okay, so here's the deal, Aaliyah. I'm of the generation of primarily the 2000s. So we are the generation that like really loved Lil Wayne and Jay-Z. You know, we're that generation that even got the tail end of the Snoop era. We were kind of in that middle, Lupe Fiasco kind of thing. But then all these littles, it starts to get a little fuzzy for me. You know what I'm saying? So I was up with some of the ones that we were talking about earlier, but we start getting too many of these littles, then I start getting a little lost. You can call me a little lost. Lion FF says I'm only 10 years old. See, that's case in point, everybody. This is why I try my best to make sure people be respectful here and don't use profanity if possible. That's a personal thing. I've got a little kid myself, and I don't use language on this show that I feel like my kid wouldn't be proud to hear me say. You know what I'm saying? Because my kid totally could be right now listening to me from her room. So yeah. Praise says, yes, I mean, over here we're the chillest, especially when I'm the bias and always chilling and demure. Praise keeps it chill, 100. Listen to Rap God. Okay, Aaliyah, I will, just for you, okay? Just for you. And then Samantha Serrano says, and I'm gonna tell you, so Lion, I saw your comment before you retracted it, and I'm with you. I That's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit hesitant with some of the rap that I listen to, because I honestly just don't enjoy hearing some of the demeaning things that they say over and over and over and over. And I know people love it. I get it. It's just not me. I can rock with it. I can. Don't get me wrong. I can rock with it. But it gets to a point where how many more times can you use the F word? How many more times can you say the B word? How many more times can you you know what I mean? It's just, can I have some value, some substance into your song? But I mean, again, I am not criticizing their talent. It is, I couldn't do it. I couldn't string together a bunch of curse words in a meaningful way that actually has value that people would, so I can't do it. I know it's a skill and it's very impressive. It's just sometimes I just can't have that blasting in my ear. OBG knows that there's this OBG turned me on to a Dr. Dre, a medieval a medieval version of Dr. Dre, Eminem, and like 50 Cent songs. And I've been listening to that. No words. It's just like you can hear the melody in the middle of a medieval sound. So thank you, OBG. You're awesome. I was listening to that all Friday. Samantha says I don't really listen to a lot of that cussing rap. Yeah, so you know what I mean, right? It's just like there's no value in that. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I was raised differently. I don't know, guys. But I'll listen to it for a bit because I mean, I listen to Q-Tip, for instance. Q-Tip has obviously some profanity in it, but there seems to be a little bit more substance than what I hear from some of the littles. You know, Even when I listen to Lil Wayne, sometimes his stuff is a little too much for me too. Simple as that. I enjoy it. I enjoy his creativity. I acknowledge his ability to put together some rhyming things that make sense. Hey, more power to you. But I just can't listen to it all the time. And that's another reason why I like country, guys. My wife too. She's country fan just because it's just most of the time it's wholesome stuff. Even the Morgan Wallen stuff that we listen to, you know, it's for the most part it's not just bombarded with a bunch of bad words. All right. So Chloe asked me, "Do you like video games?" I do like video games. I just don't have time to play them. I like Mortal Kombat. Old school girl. That's right, Samantha. Take it to the old school. Kind of like what we were saying earlier, that 90s stuff. Give me some mint condition. So the two songs that I wrote, y'all, for my dogs, I kind of had a more 90s flavor. I tried to use kind of kind of that 90s snare sound, that high pitched snare, the high pop snare with more of the smooth chords. And for his song, oh no, actually for both songs, I did a Mortal Kombat. Yeah, you definitely spam moves and made kids cry. So praised. Uh, but that 90s, so if you're on here and want to check out some of the stuff that I actually physically wrote, which means I went and did the drums, I did the keys, I did all that stuff. It's the video with her says it's called "What You Looking At" or the 90s Roddy's. I think I called it 90s Roddy vibe or something along those lines. And so for her, I did a "What You Looking At." So she was staring at me pretty hard, and I videotaped it. And I was like, I want to kind of write a song about her just looking at me. And then I was like, "What you looking at?" So she's looking at me like, "What are you looking at?" So I wrote a whole song. Well, I didn't write a whole song. I wrote a clip of a song called "What You Looking At," and it's basically a '90s vibe. And then in response to that, I had to have him come back and say, "I'm looking at Chew Girl," and Chew as in CHEW, like you chew toy. I'm looking at Chew Girl. And so I went and got my talk box and put that flavor on that talk box and wrote the music with it. Started out with the melody, and once I got the melody like I wanted, I recorded that and did all the other instruments around it. Had fun, loved it. I had a lot of fun. So if you are on and won't mind checking it out, give me your opinion on that. So Lion says I have my own secret game room. Ooh. Samantha says they look don't make music like that anymore. What? She's laughing about it. Yeah, no, look, Samantha, I enjoyed it. I had so much fun writing it, putting it together. I probably listened to it myself more than other people because I don't know. I just think about all the stuff that I put into it, and it just entertains me for some reason. They're getting hot. I bet if I throw this, they're not even gonna care. See if I can get some interest. Oh, wait, wait, oh. I wonder, does he feel like he's got that leash on him? Yeah, praise has been. Yeah, you got to come back on the next one, man. It's fun having you around. And Samantha says, "Why are you over there looking at me?" Yeah, exactly. Did you see it, Samantha? Did you see it? I'm not allowed to live stream when I also get 60. I am not. Yes, Lion, you have to get a certain number of subscribers before you can do live stream. But you'll get there. It gives you time to work on your delivery and what you want to talk about. Get all your material together. Yeah, so on Storm Song, what you're looking at, I was trying to I was gonna do the neus, you know how they do in the 90s, that neu, thing. I'm not gonna sing, guys. I've already embarrassed myself already on this live stream, but the neu, whatever, you know how in the 90s they would do. I was gonna do that, and I opted out and did something different, but I was close. Duck, you're back, y'all. Everybody, stop what you're doing. Duck is in the chat, also known as Floral. Duck is awesome. So Lion, you're almost there. You got 10 more subscribers, and you can do live streams. Yeah, please, Samantha, check it out. Let me know what you think. Oh wait, you already did. I'll check it out. That song popped into my head. Okay, yeah, thank you for. Wait, what do you mean, Samantha? Are you talking about a different song, or are you talking about the one I was referring to with the one with my dogs? You can sing rap, guy. Aaliyah, do you have a channel of your own that we can come listen to your stuff? Oh, Duck, you're not interested in lives? Why not? I think we were just talking about how lives are fun. They're a lot of fun to connect with people. Oh, you don't? Well, how are we gonna listen to you rap? So Lion says I passed 50. I have 62. So then you should be able to. She's I don't know. You should be able to live stream. Okay. Duck says I know. I'm just not in the mood to reveal my voice. Duck, I'm sure you have a beautiful voice. If your voice is as good as your comments, it's good. It's great. Jack Jones is that can't. Connie, a boy, I get. I press a girl that's in the heat right now. Yes, he's a boy. My Connie Corso is a boy. Samantha says the one you're talking about, song, thinking in my head. Oh, that now stuff. Now, no, I can't do it, guys. Plus, it's too early for me to be singing. My voice ain't warmed up. Gotta get my talk box. Look who's here, Duck. Oh, Duck, am I subscribed to your channel? I didn't know that you were trying to work your way up. It's Missy. OBG said it's Missy. He's a hot dog. Somebody's been listening to the jokes on the station. So I'm saying Duck, but it's her name is Floral. Sorry, also known as Duck. That's why I keep saying Duck. She's referring to the dog jokes that I have on the station. And OBG, a trek for who? For Missy from where she was. See, OBG, Missy loves being out here. Like she gets lost out here. She can be over there. She'll go behind the shop. Next thing you know, she'll be way back there behind the tree. Like she just goes on an adventure when she comes out here. She loves it. It's Missy. Jack Jones says, WYA, you want to breed them? No, man. I mean, everybody's fixed in the house, Jack. Everybody's fixed, so nobody can do anything. They're all shooting blanks. So, Aaliyah, every time I try to do rap, my brain just cannot handle the lyrics. Like, I'm just terrible when it comes to, like, even trying to do like karaoke type stuff. I might have to take this. If he gets tangled up, I might have to take this string off him. But I just can't. I don't have the brain for it. My brain can't keep up with all the lyrics. So if you, Aaliyah, you got it. If you got it, because I can't do it. Okay, so sometime we do karaoke, my wife and I, right? And there's this one song by David Banner and Ludacris. It's in Ninth Wonder. So do you know who those people are, Aaliyah? By the way. Oh, okay. See, you gotta go to school. Is it Saturday for you, Lion? Or you have Saturday school? Thank you for subbing. I appreciate you. Have a good day. MC Magic. Is that an old school like in 90s? What's my favorite song? Oh, all right. Take it easy. Okay. Well, enjoy school today, Lion. Have a good one. So, Duck, my favorite song of all? I don't. Ooh, that's a good question. I guess I have my favorite songs like depending on the season and depending on the genre, right? So like right now I was talking about that country song Dive. That's my favorite song right now. For some reason I love Dive. For when it comes to R&B, I don't know. I think they play that song by what is it called? I'm trying to think of what's her name? That 90s vibe, but it's a new song. It starts off saying twin. It's talking about her twin. Twin, where have you been? It's talking about nobody loves. Anyway, You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a cool song. But you know, it all depends on the genre, right? My favorite song is Lil Hardcore. I don't know that song. Lil Loaded died by killing himself. I didn't know that, Aaliyah. NB Ridaz. Oh, I don't know that. Okay, you got to educate me, Samantha. Educate me. Rudy, what's going on? Good to see you again. Nobody knows me like you. Yeah, that song. You know what I'm talking about. So that's interesting, Duck. Y'all listen to very similar music than, because Duck, you're on the other side of the world, right? You're not even in the States. Oh, Leah, so your brother told you that Little Loaded killed himself. Yeah, I actually don't even know Little Loaded. Like I said, when we get to those little this and little that, I mean, Little Wayne, I'm up with it. You know, I feel like that was the first person I remember hearing use the word little. You know, when he was hanging out with Birdman. Ooh, Oda Terry. I've never heard or no, I don't know Oda. How do you, is it? Am I even saying it right? Oda Terry, Odatari, Odatari. I'm gonna. Hey Duck, I'm gonna screenshot that so I can add that to my list. So I got several artists today that I'm gonna be. List. Oh look, she's grabbing that collar like I thought she was. Like, you gotta keep an eye on them guys. Yeah, I may have to take this off because she's starting to get tangled in it. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Let me get her untangled. Okay, guys. Stop. Last thing I need is to have an accident here. Hold on, buddy. You guys, it's starting to backfire on me, y'all. That's one of the reasons why I was kind of hesitant to put it on them in the first place, is I didn't want them to get all tangled up in it. All right, they're good now. Okay, back to the comments. Odatari. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to. I screenshot them. They're on my playlist. Okay, I got you, Leah. I'm gonna listen to them. Now I still have tastes like y'all's taste, just more teen core. Oh, teen core. He's a little hardcore. He can't go. You can't go a song without cussing. All right. I mean, like I said, Duck. I don't mind a little bit. Hey, I always stop her when she starts pulling too much. But you know, I don't mind a little bit of it. It's just I just don't like it when it's just every single song, everything is the F word, is the B word. You know, I just like it really just starts to like I don't get it. I try to like maybe tune out the lyrics sometimes because I like the beat. I'm a musician, y'all, so I do appreciate like I love all styles. I'm like Samantha. I like a lot of styles, even like Slipknot. I'll listen to some Slipknot, and y'all know what I'm talking who Slipknot is, right? I mean, I go from Slipknot to George Strait to to whatever, you know. And hey hey Duck, my I take that back. I know who what my favorite song is, my favorite artist. Hiatus Coyote. I said that absolutely backwards. No, it's right. Hiatus Coyote. They are a group out of Australia. Hiatus Coyote. Hiatus is spelled Hiatus. Coyote is spelled with a K. Kayyote, I think. Something along those lines. They are I think they're from Melbourne, Australia. And the lead singer, her name is Napalm. You got it. They smooth. Samantha, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but ooh, give me some shake your groove thing, peaches and herbs. Oh, old school. Come on, OBG. But you gotta if you're into that smooth, and they have a very eclectic sound. They go from an R&B. Like if you've never seen a bunch of Australians kill it with chords, I mean melodic. Napalm by herself is a force of nature. Her lyrics are like none other. So they have this song called they got it's called oh my god, I'm drawing and I know the lyrics, but I'm just trying to think of the name. It's called trying to hold on to the intangible. I see colors in the sound. Draw them down. What is this song? Come on, guys. I forgot the name of the song. I won't give it up. Anyways, they got a new album out, and my daughter and I always say the name of the song, and I'm drawing a blank. I am so sorry, guys. But anyway, Hiatus Coyote is probably my favorite artist, and their music is amazing. So back to the comments. I'm born in 2009. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. No, Floral. They're making music now. They probably started their group, and their first album probably came out in 2010. So they're. I mean, I get you're younger, but their music is still going on now. So you gotta check them out. Okay, check them out. If you're into like an R&B flavor, kind of really eccentric though, like eccentric R&B, like not alternative R&B. I wouldn't, but more like a fusion. So I don't know. It's just an incredible group. I love them. Uh, Silly by Denise Williams. I gotta listen to that. Okay. Oh, it really seems like I don't know them. Yeah, you gotta check them out. No, and I will, Duck. I will definitely listen to Odatari. I took a screenshot, so I've got several new artists I'm gonna try to listen to. Do you like basketball? I do. I don't watch it enough. And Samantha, let me go back to NB Ridza are from Arizona. Okay, let me screenshot that to MC Magic, Nasty Boy, click known as NB. Okay, all right, so I've got some work to do, y'all. I got some work. Uh, oops. No, 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 don't listen to him if you're annoyed by cussing. No, no, Duck, all I'm saying is that I don't like excessive cursing. Like whenever they are continuing, like every song is just filled with profanity. I don't know, if it just depresses me for some reason. Like I just really want to, like, how many more times can you say you're going to do this girl? How many more times are you going to call her, a bad word? How many more times are you going to say F this, F that? It just gets like, I don't hear music anymore. It's just like, I want to hear some substance. Okay, well, I'm gonna definitely check out your suggestions, Samantha. I've taken screenshots, so I got them all. I got it. I got it. It's excessive. Okay, Flora. Here's the deal. Here's Flora Duck. Here's the deal. Oftentimes, some of these artists, okay, like say for instance, if I'm listening to a Slipknot song, oftentimes I'm not really listening to the lyrics. I'm just more like fascinated with like the drum patterns, how fast they are with the double bass and everything. That's just fascinating, just musicianship, right? You know what I'm saying? That stuff is just amazing to me. So even if it's probably excessive, I'll have to listen to it, you know. But you know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg, his song's not like clean, but I like listening to that. It all depends. It all depends. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about Oh Ye, Oh Kanye? Martin, this is so cute. I love dogs. I have gotten one too. Hey, Martin, nice to see you. So, Martin, we've totally sidelined this live stream. We're not even talking about the dogs anymore. We're talking about cursing and rap music. Completely off topic. And so Duck says, "Oh, I suggest narcissistic personality disorder. No cussing in one." Is that another rap group? So the dogs, they've heard something over here. Let's go see what they found. Look at that trot. I just love that little trot that he has. Missy, everything's good over there? Everything's good? Everybody's safe? No, that's her exploration walk. When she's like starts high stepping and looking around, that's the exploration thing. Hey, big girl. Frankie Zolfarino, he's a new singer. He has a video here on YouTube. You might like his music. All right, I'm gonna screenshot that. I'll check him out. Samantha. Screenshot. So yeah, I kind of come from a family of a few musicians too. Like more on my dad's side, they they're all like great singers, have albums, and my cousins, they're like fantastic musicians. One cousin, I think he plays. So we all kind of grew up in the church scene. You know what I mean? And so most of us started playing in like the gospel churches. and that's where we get a lot of our musical training from. And I always think about that sometimes, where a lot of times these artists that are coming up, learning how to play, they go to church because you get constant practice. I mean, you're practicing for Wednesday night, you're practicing for Sunday, and you're always performing, so you're always learning music, and you get really good because there's not a whole lot of venues that will be as forgiving as the church is. I mean, you could be totally off. As long as you got the beat pretty much close, they won't criticize you for the most part. You try to take that to the club, you may not be able to come back. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people get their opportunities to learn their craft in church because it's so forgiving. It's such a forgiving environment, especially if it's a smaller church, whatever. Some of the bigger churches, they're professional. They want people who've already seasoned. They're going to pay you that money, and so my cousins, and I admit I have made money doing playing for churches too when I was going to church, and it paid some bills, yo. I'm not gonna lie, it paid some bills. And so some of my cousins are still doing that now. Well, actually, some of them even became preachers, and but they still like have albums and stuff like that. So very cool stuff. Very very cool stuff. But yeah, they are. I'm glad to see them kind of calming down right now, just kind of chilling, because it's been so hot in Texas, y'all. OBG, if you're still on, you know what I mean, right? It has been scorching hot. Oh my lord, makes you want to reconsider Texas. You want to play? What we got? What is this? What is this? What is this? This thing is dirty. That's what it is. Oh yeah, we got something. Whoop, whoop. So this guy can jump. If y'all have not seen my Cane Corso leap, this guy has got some ups. It's super impressive. Yeah, exactly, Obi. It's been sweaty hot. Sky Morales. I think that's how you say it. Sky or Ski. So that's a cool dog. Awesome. Thank you. It's my Cane Corso, and the other one's my Rottweiler, and it's my little wifey calls her Magic Mutt. Oh, he's got him a prize. He's like, look what I got. I got a prize. I got a prize. Right into the shade. Oh, man. Y'all, I finally remember that song I was trying to think of. It's called Dimitri. So, whoever, if y'all were in the conversation early where I was struggling to come up with this title of that hiatus coyote song, it's called Dimitri. My favorite song right now. Someone says that Arizona is dry heat. So yeah, or have y'all reached 100 degrees yet this summer? I'm sure y'all probably had them, and they probably came and gone, right? Y'all, there was somebody on from Canada a couple weeks ago, was on my live stream, and they were talking about it was 105 degrees in Canada. I dang near fell out of my chair when someone like, how is that possible? Canada, 105 degrees? Like that is I just would have never guessed that it was that hot in Canada. Like you would have thought maybe in the summertime it reaches maybe 85, 90, whatever. But 105, that's no different than being here. And well, there is a difference. I know that their winters are probably way cooler. Yeah, it's getting up in the hundreds in Arizona. I bet. So, but some people say that dry heat is better than like humidity. Like we have here, we're not close to any major bodies of water, but it gets pretty humid here. So Duncan says they're in Canada and it's been hot lately. So yeah, so Duncan, do y'all get to 105? Like maybe that person was exaggerating. Is that true? Eagles boy, what's up, man? Oh gosh, Samantha, there is nothing in me, nor my dogs, that would that would survive in 120-degree heat. That is just absolutely asinine. That's nuts. It's bananas. 120. That is like that's not even sustainable. Like my grass, like it would just die. Like it's already struggling at 90s and 100-degree weather. I cannot imagine. You had a heat stroke. Like, are you a literal heat stroke, or are you just saying that's just how hot it is? Are you being like funny, or did you really have a heat stroke in Canada? If it's 100 degrees, that they're not exaggerating, Samantha. That is definitely the devil's onion. Oh my God, the devil's oven. I said onion. I'm thinking about food, y'all. Oh man, 120 degrees. You can definitely put a pot out there on the concrete and serve up you some breakfast. Actually, at 100 degrees, you can probably slow cook a brisket out there. Oh man, yeah. Whoa, so it was a real thing, Duncan? Good gracious. Sorry to hear that. Good gracious. Yeah, I mean, you might as well, Samantha, you might as well take you some, get you one of them Texas briskets, wrap it up in some foil, and stick that joker on the concrete right in front of your house and let it sit. Slow cook that mug. It'd be falling apart. Like, it'd be tender. Um, well, were you eating brisket? Duck, were you eating brisket? Actually, Duck, since you are all the way over there in Africa, do y'all even eat brisket? Yeah, no, Duncan, I agree. 120 degrees. I mean, we don't get that here. You eating a biscuit? Okay, wait. Now, Duck, when you say biscuit, are you referring to an American style biscuit, or are you talking about like a European British biscuit? You know what I mean? What even is brisket? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Duck. Let me share with you what these Americans slash Texans love to eat around here. None of the above. Okay, so well, let me explain the biscuit first of all. Flora, Duck. I like. Let me call you Duck. I don't want to say Flora. It just sounds weird. Duck sounds better to me. But a biscuit for us, I mean, we've got the flaky biscuits where it's not necessarily all that sweet. It's buttery. We even have these Pillsbury canisters where we pop them open and we put them in the oven, and they're thick, fluffy biscuits. You put jelly on them. You can put honey or whatever, and just delicious, soft inner, or flaky, more flaky on the outside. Delicious biscuit, right? You eat it with eggs and bacon, and this is a wonderful breakfast. British people, when they say biscuit, I think sometimes they're referring to like a cookie, like a sweet bread cookie or something like that. So for brisket, oh yeah, carne asada tacos. Oh yeah, Samantha, you're speaking my language. Some guisada, but brisket is basically a portion of a cow, like this massive. Actually, where is the part of the brisket from? Is that like of the cow? Is that like the flank area? Anyways, I think it's a massive piece of meat. You're talking about something that's like 15 pounds, right? Or am I over exaggerating? Seven. It's a big piece of meat, right? And what we do is we put it in foil, and we usually put it on a smoker, and so how we make it is after it's been seasoned and it's been smoking for like 12 hours or whatever. The outside is basically black. Oh, I think she's getting mad. But her hackles are not up, so I don't think she's really serious. Her hackles are not up at all. That's more dominant stuff. Here, let's switch the energy up. Anyway, so yeah, so then the brisket comes out dark, basically black. And then when you slice into it, what you have is this dark outer layer. It's like this long piece of meat, almost like a bacon strip. And it's got she's telling them to simmer down. Yeah, exactly, OBG. She's always trying to keep order in the house. Keep order. Right now, for some reason, she looks. Oh, she knows I got treats in here. That's why she keeps looking at me. Duck, there's your opportunity to talk about food because she's about that food. Anyway, so you have this nice, like dark outside, then you have a red ring around the meat, and in the middle is kind of like a gray color, whatever. It's delicious, and we have it with tacos. We have it with just by itself. We have it on top of mac and cheese. I mean, just brisket is just the well-known Southerners meat thing. Very good. Okay, back to the comments. Duck says, I like to tell y'all one of our dishes in Egypt. Yeah, tell me. It's called kunafa. It's a sweet treat that people love to eat here. Duck, I'm screenshotting that because I want to look that up. Kunafa. Tuna Ram says something in, I believe that's, I don't know what language that is, Tuna Ram. Do you know how to do some of that in English? Can you communicate with us in English? Because I'm not familiar with that. Duncan says, I'm almost glad it's fall in Canada because it's so hot. I agree with you. I'm glad. Same here. Flora says, Duck says 12. Juan is back. Yeah, so Duck, it's not steak. It's like a steak, but it's a big meat. Yes. I wish I could throw up a picture of it so you can see it. But anyways, if you ever get to the States, Duck, come down here and order you some brisket. Okay, you got to get you some brisket. Lexi says, I love dogs. Well, you're the right place, Lexi, because I have two big ones and a little one. Yeah, I wonder if that's why she keeps looking at me, Samantha. I wonder if she wants to, because here, this one can do some tricks though. Let's see if we can make her. Oh, see, she knows what's up. She's like, what? I heard the word tricks. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What do we got here? Now the problem is that the bigger ones are going to come crowd her space. Move, Rain. Back, back, back. Sit. Good boy. Okay, let's see if we can get her to lay down. Missy, lay. I know it's in the grass. Good girl. Good girl. Let's see if I can get her to do. See if I can get her to do a turn here. Down. Turn. Good girl. That's a good girl. She don't mind working for the food, y'all. She'll work for that. Yeah, she's a good dog. If I can get these big guys to do it, that'd be impressive. He's like, give me some more. Yeah, she's a good girl. This one's pretty good too. I think I can get her to lay down. Let's see, I might get Storm to lay. But she's definitely not gonna do the whole turn thing. Stormy? Storm. Sit. Can you lay for me? Lay. No, down. Oh, there we go. Good girl. That's about as good as we're gonna get with that. But Missy was kind of in her face, kind of competing with her. It's best to have them seated, with space apart so they don't interfere with each other. Yeah. I mean, the tricks are cool and they're awesome. I think people, good gracious, they just start fighting right in front of you. But my goal is mainly like recall. Like I want these big dogs to come when I ask them to come. You know what I mean? I don't want them to run off when I'm calling them. That's the kind of trick that I need. And so that's one of my Rottweiler's favorite move is to lay on her back and attack from the ground. She's like grappling ground fights. She's like, come at me, bro. And then she launches from a laying position. She uses her hind legs and just launches. Duncan says, I have a black Labrador named Harley. Oh. Duncan, that's a kind of a popular name, Harley is. I gotta watch my knees, y'all. Bend my knees. My knees are bent. Because they will come crashing right into me. Case in point. Bend your knees. When you're around big dogs, you gotta bend your knees. Oh, he got a pinned against a tree. Let's switch it up real quick. Because she's about to start some mess. You better start some mess, buddy. You know what y'all need? Y'all need to play tug of war. Let's go play tug of war. Come on. See, I got a tug of war somewhere over here. I think this one will work. This is the toy graveyard, everybody. This is where all the toys come and die. Whoa, look at that jump, y'all. This guy got some ups on him. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Samantha. She knows where the best place to get to that throat. So she comes from beneath. Yeah, but you saw how mad she was when he pinned her against the tree. Like the tree was there, she was in the middle. She got mad. She was like, "Don't hold me down." And even me, right? When I give her a hug, she hates it. Watch this. I'm gonna do it for you on camera. Let's see if I can get it to work. Oh, sorry, she's not doing it now. You know what? She made me a liar. But if I were to, let me try it again. Let me try it again. Oh, she won't do it. Usually when I hug her, she starts like growling at me. She don't bite me or anything, but she's like, she just don't like things. I'm not using both my arms too, but if I use both my arms and wrap around her body, she hates that. Stormblade says, so Stormblade, my dog's name is Storm, by the way. So when I said your name, she looked at Storm. Stormblade is here. Storm has a Labradoodle, and they fight all the time. Jackson and Mazzy, Satan will be defeated. Great dogs. Have a great morning, afternoon. Thanks in Australian. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. Satan will be defeated. Can you vouch for me when I talk about hiatus coyote? They're from Australia. Do you know that group? OBG says she's happy to get some dad hugs. Yeah, I think so. Because normally she's growling at me, OBG. I'm like, what is going on today? She don't want to do right. No, she didn't feel overpowered. But usually when I put my arms around her for a big hug, man, she's just like, oh man, Satan will be defeated. I was hoping that you would, are you still here? I've been telling everybody how much I like that group, Hiatus Coyote. No, I don't. Oh man, they're from Melbourne. It's like three guys. It's like a drummer, bass player, and a keyboardist. And then Napalm is a very eccentric. She plays the guitar, but she does her own stuff by herself as well. Anyways, sorry. I thought maybe Google them up. They're from Australia. Their music may not be your style, but they have a lot of variety of kind of flavor to them. Kind of more of an R&B, kind of a laid back. Some of their stuff is a little more like a little rockish. Got a little rock sound to it. Very cool group. Yeah, I would definitely look them up. They've got some cool stuff out there. I wish I was there to kind of watch them live, but I think I know that. So Samantha, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, they haven't been on the scene very long. That's probably why a lot of people don't know them, and their style is very much like, I would say, you could hear it all over the world. It's not really like one particular sound where it only is regional. I think is applicable. Like I said, I love listening to them. And the lyrics that Napalm comes up with, I like her brain. I don't know what kind of brain that girl has, but she has some lyrics from I don't know where, and it's just like pours out of her. It's just amazing. Yeah, they're relatively new, right? Like within the last 10, 15 years. Incredible sound. So I've had a lot of people on from Australia, and a band. I'll check them. Yeah. It's a band. What's the name spelling on that? Oh gosh, Satan will be defeated. So it's hiatus, Hiatus, and then coyote. I always misspell coyote because it's spelled with a K, Kiayote, I believe. Coyote. But yeah, they're a very cool, smooth sounding band. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Satan will be defeated. We've had a lot of half of this stream was about, sharing our favorite music artists, and so I've got like at least 4 or 5 people I'm going to listen to as soon as I'm off this live stream. I'm going to go. I took screenshots just because I wanted to make sure I remember all the people that were mentioned, all the groups that were mentioned. Samantha's hooked us up with a lot of cool stuff, And who else was on earlier that had given us some good music to listen to? I think it was it Aaliyah. Aaliyah was one that gave us some music. I don't know. We've had some good suggestions. I think Paul's was on. You have two Australian Labradoodles. Cool. Is that correct, Samantha? Kyoyote. I thought it was Kio. Coyote. Like I feel like there's an I in it. But I guess I could Google, but I don't want to leave the stream and try to Google it. Yeah, they're very entertaining group. I've enjoyed listening to Hiatus Coyote, and actually Napalm had breast cancer, and and is a breast cancer survivor. And part of her look is she's had a mastectomy to one side, and she refuses to have reconstructive surgery because she's like, look, I just want. That's how you spell it. Oh, okay, so it is Kyoyote. Okay, I'm sorry. I really thought there was an I in there for some reason. So you've already found it and verified. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're a good group. We have these um, big old grasshoppers. That's what my Rottweiler is chasing after. One of those massive. They sound like helicopters when they fly by. Oh, Chloe's back! Yay! Satan Movie TV. Thank you for the add him on Spotify. Yeah, please give him a listen and see what you think. I play a little bit tomorrow morning. I mainly listen to Presley Sinatra, and I like Yeet a lot. I obviously like Frank Sinatra. I mean, come on, man. When you talk about karaoke night, you got to do at least My Way, right? You got to do some Frank Sinatra. Now, when you say Presley, are we talking about Billy Presley, or is it another group? And I don't know Yeet. Yeet. My 19-year-old son got me a teacup corgi. He's supposed to be bringing it soon. Ooh. So my daughter loves corgis. You know, that little short, fat little thing with those round ears. Norma says they are adorable. Thank you, Nora. Norma, I'm sorry, Norma. He's drooling a lot. Look at that. So, hey, my dog sitter was here, and she looked up and saw Rain had a receipt attached to his slobber. He was standing right there, and he had a receipt. I guess he had just walked by, and there was a receipt on the floor. His slobber picked it up. He was walking around with a receipt hanging from his slobber. So she took the picture and sent it to me, and I was like, I gotta make a video out of that. So I did a video about his slobber, and I changed my voice to make it sound deep, and I was like, my Connie Corso slobber so much, it comes with a receipt. You gotta check that out. You seen that video, Aaliyah? It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Uh, Chloe asked me if I like Doberman pinchers. Yeah, I never had one, but I like them. Yeah, I just never seen like. I mean, the guy slobbers so much, man. It's true. And it's not true for every Cane Corso. Let me qualify that because there are some Cane Corsos that are probably have produced a little less saliva or slobber, and but this guy here, I happen to have one he's just a bucket. He's a bucket of slobber, man, and it's everywhere. He shakes his head and it gets all on the you see my glass window over there. There's slobber way up there. There's slobber all over on these windows here. This door can never like I wash this door, my back door, no less than 3 or 4 times a week, and it just doesn't matter because his slobber is always on it. Stormy, what you got? Come here. Come here, Stormy. What do you have? Come here. You got a bone? Paxi, what breed is your dog's? This is my Rottweiler, and that's a Cane Corso. And this is our mixed dog here. Thanks, OBG, for hanging out with us. I'll see you a little bit later. And please enjoy your weekend too, OBG. Get some rest. Get some rest. Thanks for hanging out with us. Satan Will Be Defeated. Elvis has a great run of Christian albums I never knew about. Really love his discography. Not really familiar with Billy. Oh, okay. So I was thinking of Billy Preston. He's actually a musician. I think he's a organist. You know I'm always resting. No, you're not. You've been working hard. I know you've been working hard. By the way, thank you for all you do, OBG. You're amazing. Aaliyah, my dog pup is a great dog with me, but not with others. Yeah, Aaliyah, that's the thing. I talk about that too with my dogs. You know, they're really sweet around me, and other people not so much. Now he's okay. I'll take him to the store, and he's great, but not my Rottweiler. Why did he come with a receipt? Oh, Aaliyah. No, Aaliyah. My Cane Corso, he was just slobbering, and I think he must have saw it on the ground, and he just put his nose on it, and it just picked up on his slobber, and he just started walking around with a receipt hanging from his mouth. Like it wasn't even. I don't think he did it intentionally. And so when my dog walker saw it, she was like, "Oh my God, you have a receipt hanging from your slobber," and he's just standing there. So she took a picture of him with it on it. And so when she sent it to me, I immediately say, can I use that photo? You know, I always try to give her credit for, because she takes pictures every time she comes and works with my dogs. During the daytime, she gives me photos, me and my wife. And sometimes her photos are so cute, I ask for permission to use them. Yes, Samantha. But here's the thing, Samantha. I have ran into some very, very like friendly Rottweilers. Like they just do not care who or where or what. They love everybody. There was a lady at the gym a couple months ago. I was there, and she had a Rottweiler. And that dog, first time I saw him, that Rottweiler came right to me and just let me rub on him, and he couldn't get enough of me. Like I'm like, geez, I wish my Rottweiler was a little bit more friendly, but no. So I guess and I don't know if maybe it's a female Rottweiler thing. Maybe I don't know. Versus, I mean, he was a male Rottweiler, by the way. Yeah, I can tell, Leah. You know, when you have your dogs and they've been in your life for a while, they become your family. You love them. Like the little Missy. Yeah, like the little Missy. So the Cane Corso slobbers so much that he slobbers on top of all the other dogs. You see that around here? That's slobber from rain on my little small dog. If I go over the storm, she probably has slobber from him all over her too. You got some slobber on you, girl? Maybe a little bit on your face. Each my baby. Chloe says, Missy's so cute. Yeah, if when your dog has been in your life that long, Aaliyah, that it hurts when you lose a dog like that. Lexi says she has a BF, best friend, boyfriend. What is BF? She loves that. Missy loves it. Boyfriend. Make sure he treats you right, Lexi, and also make sure he does well in school. You guys don't distract each other where you start doing bad stuff. Gotta be good to each other. If you're with somebody who's making you do bad stuff or making you have bad behavior, you don't need them in your life. Move on to the next. Aaliyah said, lost a cat. Aw. So I had a cat when I was a kid, but I'm always afraid to introduce a cat to the pack because I feel like if we've got a cat, my dogs will think it's just a mobile toy. She hears all the grasshoppers. She's getting ready to go chase them down. See? For some reason, the grasshoppers are super active right now. Okay, well, good. That's good. That's a good thing, Lexi. Sometimes we get these significant others, and they influence us to do bad stuff. So you want to always get somebody who's going to make you a better person. Okay, so if your friend, boyfriend, or whatever is enticing you to do things that's going to get you in trouble, you need to let that person go. Not for you. Ooh, she told him don't mess with that bone. She's claimed that bone is hers, and she's asserted her authority. So those little interactions right there is what keep her alpha. She says, "This is mine. You don't touch it," and he respects it. Now she walked away. He may go for it, but I think he's still honoring her request. Samantha says, "I was married 22 years and we are divorced now." Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Samantha. Lexi, he helps me study for tests and things like that. Perfect. That's what you want. Somebody who's going to make you better. And vice versa. You don't be distracting to him either. Make sure he does good stuff. And encourage and influence him to do good. I do like cats, Chloe, but here's one other thing, Chloe. I am allergic to cats. That's one of my strongest allergens. So I love them. They're affectionate, but she tested him, and then she came back and says, that's still mine. Don't mess with it. So she is asserting her dominance over that big old dog, psychologically. Sorry, I speak with English. She's still warning him. She says, "Don't do that." Yep, communication. And believe it or not, as a owner, you have to kind of do the same to them as well. You have to let them know that this is my kitchen table, this is my space. You maintain boundaries and you reinforce those boundaries, or else they lose respect for you. So what she's doing is maintaining her, making sure that they respect her by taking possession of something that he wants. It's all dog language right there. And you gotta learn how to speak that language. If you want a big dog, you gotta learn how to speak that language so that they understand, hey, you're alpha over them. So you're allergic to, yeah. So if with me being allergic, I just don't really, I just really don't want to have a cat or make my life worse. Now, I mean, some people say, well, get a hairless cat, right? That's possible. But again, I just don't think my dogs will treat. I mean, I feel like I'll come home and then my cat will be gone. You know what I mean? Great, Lexi. What are you going to be when you finish school? If you have straight A's, what do you plan on doing? Usually Trin is on here, and Trin is she's a third grader, I believe, and she's trying to get into. When she grows up, she wants to be a nurse practitioner. A vet, perfect. Veterinarian. We need good veterinarians. That's a long haul. That's a long road, but you got to stick with it. Veterinarian school is actually pretty difficult, so the fact that you have all A's is a great start. You're going to need those high grades to prove that you're ready to handle veterinarian school. So very good, Lexi. Keep it up. Yeah, it is very. I mean, Samantha, there's a little bit more detail to that too, though. I mean, more for the adult discussions about their workload and the stress level. There's a little bit more to that discussion, Samantha. I don't want to put that on the kid, but it's they do work a lot. Let's just put it like that. They work a lot, and they have to be very careful with managing their hours, and they have to be careful with managing their because it can be tough. It can be tough. I'm trying to be very selective what I say, I guess. Lexi, what is the best protection dog? Lexi, that's a good question. I think every dog has their strengths, right? You know, my Rottweiler. So people know the Rottweiler and the Cane Corso to both be protective breeds. The Rottweiler is also a great family dog, and so is the Cane Corso. So when we went for a protection dog, which again we don't really use our dogs for like guard dogs. They're not guard dogs. They're more they're more like companions for us and our family. So we wanted dogs that were going to be okay with kids, okay with us, and they just happen to have protective instincts. Okay, so if you're looking to have a dog for your family and you want something that's going to protect you and your property with their life, Rottweiler is a great dog. Cane Corso, fantastic dog. So, are there other dogs out there like a German Shepherd that will do the same? I think so. I kind of like the Rottweiler a lot for that reason. If you're just only going for protection and just gelling with your family, the Cane Corso is great, but he's bigger and just a little bit more challenge, I guess. A little bit, not much more, but a little bit. Kuromi Lover says they are so cute. Thank you, Kuromi. Samantha was A-manning me. Elias says my boyfriend is turning 13 years old on November 29th. Cool. And you're turning 13 as well. Great. Chloe says, what's your favorite dog breed? Chloe, I don't really know exactly. Favorite dog breed. I don't know if I have one. I love my Rottweiler and my Cane Corso. I think they're amazing dogs. Missy's an amazing dog. She's not even a purebred, and I love her a lot. So I don't know if I have a favorite. Kuromi says I want one too. Which one? And then Chloe says, hi, Yariana. Who's that? Well, that's good, Ilya. You know, y'all continue to do good stuff together. Continue to have positive experiences. The moment that things go sideways is the moment you need to have a conversation, okay? So, and hopefully it doesn't. I'm not saying that it ever will go sideways, but just make sure that it stays good. Make sure it stays positive. Samantha says, I'm still young in heart. He is good in school too. Yeah, you can, from, so Chloe, or I'm sorry, not Chloe, Aaliyah, it's nice having someone who's in the same boat as you are and who studies with you, if that's how you study. Okay, some people are not, they don't study well in groups, but whenever I was going through my years of studying, it was extremely helpful to have people that were on the same page as I was, on the same courses to study with. For some reason, I get really, I don't know, I'm really distracted a lot. Like, I don't know if it's like an ADHD type thing, but my focus gets off a lot. But when I'm in a group setting and we're all studying the same thing, for some reason, the responsibility of having to stay with the group keeps me on task. So if you have somebody that's with you and y'all both study together and you do better together, hey, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? But if it's the opposite, if you get together and the only thing you want to do is goof off and you waste more time and you end up not learning anything the whole hour that y'all been together, you might want to reconsider that setup. Yeah, so good. So if you guys can study together and it works, go for it. Sky's the limit. Oh yeah, you gotta be careful with that, Elia. You kind of scaring me. Talking about you get separation anxiety. That's y'all are kind of young for that. Be careful. Be very careful. You want to be an individual. You have to be an individual as well. Okay, so it's like my dogs, for instance. I want my dogs to be able to, like, he's really really clingy sometimes. And somebody mentioned sometimes whatever your dog when the dog is taken away from the mother too early, they form unhealthy bonds with you, and they become like they get all that separation anxiety from that. And I'm not sure. I haven't read any literature or anything to back that up, but it makes sense to me. But yeah, you want to be able to be your own person because you got to take care of yourself as well. And if you're too wrapped up with someone else, sometimes it's hard to see what you need for yourself. You always have to keep that balance of what do I need as a person. Samantha says, I told my sons, you want good jobs, you have to have good grades. Absolutely, Samantha. That's where it starts with. Because believe it or not, people are judging you by your performance, right? They want to know, can you handle the job? Especially, so Aaliyah wants to be, is Aaliyah, right? You want to be the vet. Um, you know, those are super competitive positions, right? So they're going to want to be able to separate the people who are going to succeed, who are going to take on the amount of information that they're going to be given and do well with that information, as opposed to somebody else who wants to be a vet, but they're not willing to put in that work. So your grades are an easy way to demonstrate that I am capable of handling all the work required to be a veterinarian, right? So if you don't have the good grades, you're already giving off signs that you're not willing to work hard, right? So you got to keep your grades high. Yeah, exactly. So Samantha's amening me again. You know, you don't want to have. You're kind of young to be having all these separation things. Like it's cool that y'all can hang out together and study together, but that's a little bit of warning there. You do need to have some separation time. A little bit too young to be having that kind of stuff. But I'm glad you don't have any F or Ds. But yeah, you got to be your own person first, Aaliyah, before you become completely tied with someone else. At least that's my opinion. If somebody else has a different opinion, go for it. We're all ears. Only have A's and no school. Kuromi, you said you only have A's, I know school? What does that mean? It sounds like you're an A student. That's what I hear. Missy, he's good. He's good. Yeah, okay, so Aaliyah, I mean, you're still young. I mean, the separation anxiety from your parents, you know, I kind of felt that too whenever I think I was in high school and I was thinking to myself, how am I going to live away from my parents, you know? Um, so I kind of understand it with your parents. That's different than your boyfriend. That's different, okay? Because your parents take care of you. They're your means of survival, right? Without them, you don't live right now. Or you could, you know what I mean. They feed you, they clothe you, they give you shelter. So that's a different type of thing, right? So being afraid of not having those resources from your parents, that makes sense. But a boyfriend, mm-mm. Chloe says the lowest I have is a C. Okay, Chloe. Look, Chloe, do your best. Okay, do your best. Because there's nothing wrong with learning, because no matter what you do, you're going to have to learn something, you know. And when you get your grades higher, you get your brain works differently, right? You start learning how to learn, and the better you are at it, the better you are with whatever you're trying to do, right? So let's say you decide to go to a higher level education where you're going to have to be doing some more studies. You're going to have to do more work. And so start building up habits now early to succeed with your grades now. And let's say you decide to do trade work. Well, that's fine. You're still going to have to learn stuff. So get your brain used to learning. And the more you learn, the more your grades are going to go up. Yeah, Samantha's right. Samantha's speaking from experience. Don't rely on other people. Learn to rely on yourself first. Have self-confidence. Build you up first. You know, you don't ever want to say, I am nothing without this other person. You know, that's handing your keys your keys to life to other people. The keys to your life should be in your hands. Now, if those people compliment your life, amen for that. Let them compliment you, but you are you first. That's me preaching this morning, y'all. I'm about to take up an offering. Y'all pass around the offering plate, y'all. Pass around that thumbs up offering plate. Y'all done made me start preaching. Aaliyah says she's loved her family. That's good, Aaliyah. That's wonderful. There's a lot of people who don't have good supportive families. So when you do have a supportive family, cherish them. Little Missy. You want to play with this big toy? Look at this big toy. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Nope. She says, no, I can't do anything with that big old thing. These guys can. Urgh. Missy is 13 or about to be 13 years old. She's a biggin. Not a biggin. She's an older dog. She's got gray in her face. See the little gray? Yeah, you got the little gray face. Looks like you got a hairdo. You got a purple hair? I didn't take a picture of him with the hair. He's like, what are you doing, Dad? Leave me alone. I'm going to get rid of that slobber is what I'm about to do. Look at that, y'all. Look at all that slobber. Well, guys, my plans of using that distance leash kind of foiled today. I'm going to try it a different day. Maybe I'll just do a video where I'm not doing live and try to capture that. And Kuromi, he's almost 2. And so you guys can watch the video later. But it didn't turn out so well today. Actually, what happened was Storm got caught up in the cord and I had to take it off of him. He definitely needs a bib. Look at that. So we keep towels all over the house because of this. All over the house we keep towels. Living room, bedroom, because he's always going to be slobbering. I'm sure there's a towel over there somewhere laying down. But look at him. Yeah, it's probably time for them to eat breakfast anyway. You hungry? Yeah, you see. Oh, you see that face, didn't y'all? That tells you everything. He's hungry. You want some food? You do? You want some food? I know you want some food. Missy, are you hungry? Yeah, everybody's hungry. It's late for breakfast, but we gotta go eat breakfast. Oh, looks like your grandma's dog. Stormy, are you hungry too, baby? Are you hungry? You are? Stormy, you hungry? Maybe. She's been on a diet, y'all. Storm's on a little excess. Like I don't give her a lot of treats now because I'm trying to drop her weight a little bit. But guys, I'm thinking we're gonna go inside and get breakfast going, and we'll catch up with you guys probably tomorrow morning. I try to do on the weekends, in the morning times, Sunday, Saturday morning. But these little guys are ready to go in and eat breakfast, and it's been really fun hanging out with y'all. I'm gonna take this off of him because he doesn't need this on him. Look at that big head, boy. You got them big old ears. All right, so this is gone for now. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Y'all have a wonderful thank you guys for all your subs today. I've got several subs while we were watching. And thank y'all for 39 thumbs ups. I appreciate y'all. That was so awesome. I appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for the wonderful conversation. Samantha's, it was great. I hope to see you again. Chloe's, I hope to see you. And Ali, I know you'll be back. I've seen you a couple times now. I'm not sure who else is on right now, but thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank y'all for spending your Saturday morning. And I will talk to you guys now. Oh, thank you for another thumbs up before I left. Thank you so much for whoever gave me that thumbs up. We do appreciate you. Also, just one more thing. I'm going to check out all those artists that y'all recommended. And this video is going to get all these live streams. Usually I post them up later. So if there was anything else you wanted to say with this live stream, yeah, thank you, Samantha. Come back. We love hanging out with you. Just follow us and come back on Saturday and Sunday mornings. It's usually when I post, but sometimes I'll post after work on the weekdays. That's kind of random, so I don't have a specific time. But Saturday and Sunday mornings, I'm pretty, yes, pink skies. I will go listen, Chloe. I got I've got screenshots of all the people. And y'all check out Hiatus Coyote. Check out the group from Australia. I think you'll like them. Maybe. Depends on if you like that kind of music. All right. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for hanging out. Tell them bye.